Good afternoon and welcome to my presentation about business analytics and intelligence. Throughout this PowerPoint, I will go through executive summary, brief literature review, industry background, data representation, and conclusion. To start with, this PowerPoint outlines the steps for conducting a business analytics study on the UK banking industry. The purpose of this study is to perform a thorough analysis of this sector. And in order to achieve this, the FAME database was used to create a comprehensive data set that includes 10 different UK banks from 2014 to 2023 using different variables. The study employed both descriptive and predictive analytic methods to analyze the industry trends, and the results indicated that HSBC had the highest turnover in several years, although it showed lower percentage in other variables. The data processing was carried out using Excel and SPSS. However, the study acknowledges some certain limitations, and overall, the study aims to identify a relationship between between variables to aid in decision making, and the findings will be represented in the upcoming slides. Talking about the importance of the business analytic in the banking sector, it's important in order to enhance their risk management decision making and customer relation. In addition, it enables banks to handle massive amounts of data, improving revenue projections and operational efficiency and pattern identification. Giving little info about the industry background, according to Maher, in his report, he mentioned that the UK banking sector is expected to grow by 2.3% annually, reaching 132.15 billion pounds by 2025. And the 6% increase in 2024-25 is driven by economic recovery, increased lending, higher interest rate, and improved service. Now, moving to the turnover, the trend in turnover, as I mentioned previously, that HSBC has the highest turnover in 2022 and 2023. These are the recent years. And this could be because of many reasons, such as operations in nations, broad range of financial service, or strong brand reputation. And I believe that the most important one is technology investment, because HSBC has enhanced customer satisfaction, operation effectiveness, which may lead to high turnover rate. Now, moving to the summary statistics. This table shows a comprehensive summary statistics with different variables. We can see that the average of the turnover is 9.5, while for the shareholder is 677.5. The median for the profit loss before taxation is 0, while for the number of employees is 9,423. Overall, this data shows the high variability, with some firms making big profits while other firms faces losses. Now, moving to the visualization slides. In this slide, we will talk about the first graph, which is the trend in turnover from 2014 to 2023, focusing on 3 different banks. And as we can see, each bank has different line color. To start with, HSBC with the brown color, it has the highest turnover in 2019, which was more than 700 million pounds. Then it had some fluctuations where the turnover decreased in 2020, then increased in 2023. And if you want to compare it with the other mentioned banks, which are Lloyds and NatWest, which are in red and green color, Lloyds has moderate turnover and looks stable, unlike HSBC. While NatWest, we can see a decline going towards 2023. But we can say one similarity going on between these 3 banks, which was the declining at some certain point. This could be because of some economic factors that took place. Moving to the other graph, which is the profit before taxation. in 2020 and 2023, also three different banks, we noticed that HSBC has the highest profit before taxation in the mentioned years, where it reached roughly at 25 million. Now moving to the next slide, net tangible assets and the average profit margin. For the net tangible assets, we can say that the Virgin Money has the highest in total and in pounds, while the Gulf Central Bank has the lowest. And for the other one, average profit margin, we can see that in 2014, Bank of Scotland had the higher profit, which was around £25. Then it started decreasing and increasing. And the highest profit was in 2016 with £32, and the lowest was in 2023 at £5. Also, HSBC has the highest profit in 2023, where it reached approximately £50, despite having the lowest profit was in 2016. And now, the last one, number of employees from 2014, we can see that Gulf Central Bank started around 8,000 employees in 2014 and declined in 2021. And Metro Bank began with the low employee count around 2014 and increased employees to about 3,500 by 2022. And for the Standard Bank, we can say that Santander Bank had some fluctuations between 500 and 1,000 employees. Moving to the correlation slide, we can say that there's a positive and negative relation. For the positive relation, for example, we have the profit before taxation and turnover. There's a positive relation. Number of employees and turnover, positive relation as well. While for the return of capital, employees and turnover, there's a negative relation. Now moving to the regression slides. We can see here that the R is 58%, which means that a little over half of the change in turnover. This shows that there's a moderate relation between the two. As the turnover increases or decreases, profit before taxation tends to follow the trend. The p-value of 3.66 is smaller and less than 0.05, which indicates and means that the relation we are observing here is statistically significant. And for the multiple regression, we can say here that net tangible assets and turnover are significant because when change of the percentage, it becomes less than 0.05. Other than that, the other variables are not significant to the dependent variable. And to conclude with, so as a conclusion, predictive and descriptive analytics play an important role in the UK banking industry by several operations aspects. First, regular compliance is important, improved through analytics by tracking transactions, spotting risk. Banks can ensure adherence to the constant changing financial regulation. This approach helps mitigate potential legal issues and maintain trust with the regulation. In addition, risk management is greatly enhanced through the use of predictive analytics. Banks can assess credit risk more accurate and minimize potential financial loss by analyzing historical data and predicting future trends. And lastly, we can say that operational efficiency is improved as well. Automating financial reporting and data analysis reduces cost, increase productivity. This efficiency allows banks to focus more on strategic initiative rather than getting bogged down by manual tasks. Overall, both predictive and descriptive analytics are important in shaping more compliant, customer-focused, risk-aware, and efficient banking sector in the UK. And thank you for listening.